Meet the new AUSA President and Vice President.
Your voice on what issues they should tackle next school year.
Pioneer Memorial Church gets smart.
An art professor goes from North Korean refugee to award-winning painter.
Plus, this week in Andrew's history.
And a season recap of the Lady Cardinals basketball season.
AU News starts right now.
This is AU News.
Welcome to AU News. I'm Jonghi Cho.
And I'm Krija Bakin. AU News is produced by the Advanced News Production class in the Department of Communication.
The incoming AUSA officers were elected earlier last month. Here's Krija Bakin with an exclusive interview with the new President and Vice President-elect.
Now people start referring to me as Mr. President, which is kind of an awkward way to meet people for the first time.
Jason Shockey, Senior International Business, Accounting, and Spanish major, was elected president of AUSA by the student body.
To have the trust of a chunk of the student body and says, we want you to be our leader, it's a really humbling feeling.
A bit of controversy arose online during the campaign between Shockey and his opponent Cody Wales.
In terms of any type of online dispute, I think it just comes down to when two people are really passionate about an organization. And I think both of us were looking in the same direction. We just wanted to make sure that we both had the same view going forward. And I don't think it was anything personal.
Letting go of campaign woes, Shockey looks forward to his term in office and putting his ideas in motion.
I want AUSA to have an impact on students' lives, so that when they look back on AUSA, they don't think of an event, they think of their entire year.
Freshman political science and business major Benjamin Koch shocked everyone with his victory as executive vice president.
I'm a freshman, so it's pretty crazy that I actually was able to win that position.
He is young but eager.
I'm really excited to work with the team.
Koch recognizes the pressure of working with older leaders.
I believe that anyone can get the respect of anyone if they show that they deserve it. Because honestly, respect is earned, and especially for someone as young as me compared to them.
Both Shockey and Koch are looking forward to their terms with optimism.
I would love for the community to be able to look at Andrews and say that place makes a difference.
I would like to see a lot better transparency in the government and a lot more involvement of the students in the government.
This is Krija Bakin reporting for AU News.
Right after the vote, outgoing President Livy Knott announced the winners. Here are the other results.
Your Senator at Large is Joseph Alexander Hearn. Your Student Movement Editor is Samuel Fry. Your Religious Vice President is John Gonzalez. Congratulations, candidates. Congratulations, Andrews. You're going to have an awesome year.
We wanted to know what issues you wanted these new officers to tackle next year, and this is what you had to say.
Is there an issue that I would like to see the new student government officials answer next year?
I would like to see the change in the girls' dorm. I resonate with a lot of women in the dorm having to deal with all of the vacuums, the 1940s vacuum.
It'd be nice if there were microwaves available in the common areas.
The post office. It would be a lot more convenient if they sent electronic messages to the students to notify them about the packages that they receive.
The campus security closes down the barricade way too early. 11 o'clock is pretty early for me.
I think the problem that needs to be issued is just really the cost of how much it takes to do the laundry.
I feel like Andrews is supposed to be the flagship school of advanced education, and I think it may be an issue AUSA could tackle is trying to push that idea more into the students, into maybe the way the students interact with the school.
I would like to see a more united campus, one where we can feel as a family, where when you walk down the street, people will greet you with a smile on their face and you just feel like you've come to the right campus and everybody's a family.
So Krija, you used to be Canadian University College's SA president. What's one tip you have for our incoming president?
I think one tip I would have for him is to just be aware of your student body while planning. Your student body changes from this year to next year, so your plans may have to be adaptable and flexible to whoever the student body is next year.
That sounds like good information.
Electronic tithing arrives at Pioneer Memorial Church. Stella Ung brings us up to date on this new technology.
Today's generation, as you know, uses debit card, credit card, you can slide it on a phone. What would happen if we designed a giving possibility here in the Pioneer Memorial Church on the campus of Andrews University so that millennials, the 20-somethings, could give the way they're used to spending?
Dwight Nelson is the senior pastor of Pioneer Memorial Church on the campus of Andrews University. PMC is one of the first Adventist churches in North America to introduce an electronic payment for tithes and offerings.
It's time for the church here on the campus of Andrews University to provide that opportunity.
Nick Wolfer is the Media Ministry Director at PMC, and he says that they are working together with the company Secure Giving to put a kiosk on campus.
The kiosk is like a kiosk in the airport or similar. It's just a screen that you can walk up to, swipe your card, hit the numbers, and make a donation.
In addition to the kiosk, students who are notorious for not carrying cash can give via the app.
So you can set up a gift. Say, I want to give $5 a week, and every week $5 hits your card.
For anyone worried about their information falling into the wrong hands, Pastor Dwight and Nick Wolfer are confident about user privacy.
Secure Giving is designed to protect our confidentiality and protect the numbers related to our personal finances. So there's no way somebody can hack in.
The app is PCI compliant, which is a standard for maintaining the integrity of credit card and financial transaction data.
This new technology and its ability promises to mobilize and innovate a new generation of faithful stewards.
I think that it's going to enable a younger generation of giver to really be connected to giving to the church.
This is Stella Ng reporting for AU News.
Look out for the kiosk at Pioneer Memorial Church soon.
He went from North Korean refugee to award-winning portrait artist. Lucero Castellanos shares a heartwarming story of a dream come true.
Before he was an internationally recognized portrait artist, Harry An had nothing.
We didn't have even money. We don't know anybody to help us, so we have to be able to survive by ourselves.
This was North Korea in 1950. An was moved from place to place and was in hiding during the Korean War. An old black and white photo sparked An's artistic mind, and he wished he one day could make something just as amazing. Not long after, An and his mother were found by soldiers, and without any choice, An was taken to South Korea, where he lost all hope. At the time, his father was missing, and An was left to beg on the streets.
One day, I was just visiting one house. Tall lady, she gave me steamy rice. Bowl of rice they gave me, and they just staring at me. What a world. You don't look like that kind of boy.
An realized he was better than his circumstances.
Then that really hurts me. Yes, I'm not that kind of person. So since then, I never want to think about giving my life. I'm going to get up.
With newfound motivation, An went on to study nursing, but that was not God's plan for him. His mother, a recently converted Adventist, had persistently tried to encourage him to join her in her faith, but it was after 2 years that An finally accepted her religion.
Then I was such a happy, really delight to become a Christian. I got the hope because you never heard from North Korea, you are not allowed to have any religion.
In his spare time, he would doodle, never thinking that someday his work would be recognized by thousands.
Then I didn't know what I was doing, and friend says, "Boy, you're good."
Eventually, An migrated to Canada, where he was working as an X-ray technician, but art was never far from his mind. Like his biggest inspiration, famous Adventist artist Harry Anderson, An wanted to use his talent as a tool of ministry.
Church asked me to do some picture, so okay, I will do it. Then I need a reference, of course. So when I look at the Bible story, there is something picture which I want that kind of picture. to be a reference. So beautifully done. When I look at Anderson, it was Harry Anderson. I'm Harry Ahn. You know, you have really funny feeling, yes. I'll be the second Harry Anderson. I think this is the best minister for the whole world.
Ahn later determined he would focus on fine arts and accepted a job offer to teach here at Andrews University, where he has continued with his art ministry. His mission is driven toward depicting a group of people who hold a special place in his heart.
When you see the homeless people struggling on the street, probably if you didn't have that kind of your own life experience, probably view is different. But I had gone through. I would just bring them into the canvas.
Ahn holds several prestigious awards, including the Human Rights Award, the Michelangelo International Award, and the Grand Prize in International Portrait Competition. His remarkable story, one of rising from the ashes, was all part of a greater plan that led Ahn to where he is today. This is Lucero Castellanos for AU News.
Today, Ahn's work, A Portrait of James White, hangs in our library, and there are plans for Ahn to also do a portrait of James' wife, Ellen.
This week in Andrews history. In 1935, right in the middle of the Great Depression, college graduates were anxious about getting jobs, similar to the predicament facing millennials of 2015. 80 years ago, this March, Emmanuel Missionary College announced in the student movement, large majority of graduates placed. In fact, the college claimed that 94% of its graduates from 1934 had jobs or were planning to go on to graduate school. The EMC graduates were placed from California to Massachusetts, Wisconsin to the Canal Zone, as teachers, farm managers, apprentices, canvassers, office workers, and graduate students. The most common job secured was teaching.
We turn now to sports. The women's basketball season has ended, and our reporter Evan Rory caught up with them for a season recap.
Hello and welcome to another Andrews University News Sports segment. This month we're going to discuss the Lady Cardinals basketball team journey this season, and we're interviewing this year the co-captain Kayla Dozier and Rebecca Gaines. Rebecca, I'm going to start with you. Tell me about your journey this year, being a new player, and how the experience was for you overall.
Well, I came from Walla Walla last year, and my intention was to not play basketball this year because I'm doing architecture. And after watching the guys' alumni game, I realized there was no way I was going to be able to not play basketball this season because apparently ball is life. So I decided to play, and the first day I was really, really nervous. I was like, what if these girls hate me and like we don't get along? But slowly I realized that they were really awesome, and I realized that we were going to get along. After our first game, it was really discouraging, but I realized that we had a lot of potential. We just needed to be able to work together better. So throughout the season, you know, we played to the best of our abilities, and although we didn't have a good season, you know, we played, and we were able to say that we did it and that we worked our butts off getting through it. Me personally, it's not my best season. Not in the least isn't my best season at all. But I did enjoy the season a lot. I had a lot of fun. It was a long season. It was a lot of work between basketball and architecture, but it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed the season.
So Kayla, tell me about what can we expect from the team next year. I know you guys are starting to come back and have a chemistry building now, but what can we expect from you guys next year now that you guys are now playing a lot better as a team?
The potential we had on the team this year, we were a very dedicated group of girls. We were very passionate about the sport. We obviously didn't have the best season, but we still gave it our all. Some of our weaknesses, though, this year could have been, we could have played more or better offensively. Also, I know a lot of us were very timid during games, so we could have definitely worked on that. Some of the things you can see from us next year are definitely working better together on the court. I know as us players and the coaches, we recruited some girls from the academy, or from academies around from Cardinal Classic. So overall, I think we'll just have a better season next year.
All right, well, thank you again for joining us this month. This is AU News. We'll see you next time.
That's it for another AU News.
From all of us at AU News, thanks for watching. We'll see you back here next month.
Until then, God bless.